tonight. We're gonna do Pilates, but we're gonna always start off with a little bit of joint health and warming up the bones. So I just want us to go for a little silly walk. Just a tiny little, and now tap it to the side. Just a lean and tap. You can do anything you want with the arms. The idea is to get our bodies a little warm without straining too much. And heel stomp it forward. Add a little funk. Get a little silly. Now a little step back. Try not to go to the side, go straight back to start. And 4, 3, 2, and heels in, toes out. And we've done these once or twice before, and it's our drunken plies, where we just soften the knees, bounce a little left to right. And now heel raises, squeezing straight up and down. Heels up and down, up and down. Squeezing in through those inner thighs, squeezing the glutes. Just a whole bunch of squeezing going on, yeah? And 5, 4, 3, 2, heels back, but we're gonna heel march, going left to right. And every time the heel kind of gently touches the ground, I want you to think about the glutes squeezing to lift you back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and right leg stays, left leg, give a little tap. Right now, just a little tap. And not falling over. Now straight leg, tap it forward. So I'll show you side view, just a little tap, straight leg. Don't bend at the knee, the whole leg moves. Tapping forward, 3, 2, and just tilt from the hip, take the toes back, and tap it down, keeping the hips kind of parallel, moving forward. Tap it to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, good news. We switch sides, left foot down, right leg, straight leg tap. Just a nice little tap. Whoop. When I say nice, I don't mean fall over. 4, 3, 2, straight leg, bring it forward. Check that you're not tilting or moving through the hips. Just from the hip joint and down, just a straight leg tap. And 5, 4, 3, 2, a little hinge, toes straight back, tapping it down. And you don't have to bang your toes on the ground. You can let them float and hover just a little if you want. Checking in with balance. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's bring those heels and toes out, straight, ooh, I say tick-tock, my body went, ooh, tick-tock, left to right, now soften the knees, adding a little bounce, left to right, left to right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, center, and we pulse. Just a little pulse. Remember, we're combining some Pilates with mobility work and just an overall body strengthening, toning, and fun. And 4, 3, 2, stay low, just the right foot, tap it out. Let the hip kind of bonk into that direction. You can add a little arm slide, arm push. You can take it a little up and down. Add some layers, but don't come all the way up. 3, 2, 1, and we switch. Left toes, just a little tap. And you can add the arms if you want. If you want to add that layer, it's a down and lift up, just a little. But we're not straightening that leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, and bring it up. Toes forward, come down halfway. Reach the arms and we pulse, pulse. Giving our legs a little bit of that stretch, waking up the back of our body. Really thinking about the shoulder blades squeezing in and together behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come all the way up, but flip the palms up, and we reach up and over. Just to shoulder height and back up. Keeping the shoulder blades down and back where possible. And 4, 3, 2, bring the palms forward. And when you squeeze the hands back, try to get them just a little bit behind the shoulder blades so the chest lifts up, but you're not arching your back. Using exhales, squeezing it back. And 5, 4, 3, 2, stay out with the palms up. Extend the palms up, up, up. And check to the right, check to the left, to the right, to the left. We're just moving our neck around. But now we're going to add a shoulder roll. Right palm stays up, left shoulder rolls down, and we add a little reach. And we switch. You can bring the feet a little closer together, but too close, you might find yourself tilting too much with the hips. So just listen to your body. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good news. My arms are warm. I don't know about yours. We're going to bring them down. Oh. So now focusing on fixing our shirts and pants and bras and wedgies. Yeah, wedgies. Hands to your sides. Have your feet lined up just at the edges of the outside of your hips. I think I just burped. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale and exhale. Don't move with the hips, so it's not one of these. And we're not leaning forward or back. Just a little side bend. Inhale and exhaling it up. Inhale, exhale, squeeze up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it up. Press the palms back, lean forward. We're going to start getting our equipment shortly. Just a little forward lean, not halfway, just a little forward lean, and we tricep press straight back. Each time I'm letting my thumbs connect to my hips. Keeping my shoulder blades down and back. Of course, depending on the song, my body wants to add a little hip bounce. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's shift our weight to the right leg, left leg out to the side. Just flex and point the toes. Flex and point the toes. Your hands can come on your hips, your belly, your chest, or out to the side. I find having this extra sensory connection with my breath just makes me more aware. That's all. Whoop. As I say as I'm falling over, flex and point. Now with the foot flexed, scoop it forward, just slightly across and to the side. Slightly across, whoop, and to the side. Across and side. Exhale it out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Give yourself a little shake in between, because you know, sometimes we just need to shake. Left foot down, right leg out. Take the right leg out and flex and point the toes. And the goal here is to check in with your balance. How much are you leaning? Or how much can you find that stability in the moment? Flex and point. Find your rhythm. Hands can go wherever they need to for support and balance. 3, 2, now flex the foot, scoop it across and side. Across and side. Exhaling it up to the side. Exhale it out and back. Stay with me. 4, 3, 2, and release it down. Giving our legs a moment of break so we can switch into our handheld weights, our balls or dumbbells or cans of soup, anything to give you that little extra resistance. And we're gonna start off first, elbows tucked in, palms are at about elbow height. Don't have them reach forward and not too far back, and no funky posture stuff. Try to stay in what we call neutral, which means comfortable shoulders over the hips. We're gonna reach, pull the elbows back. And the pull back, we're gonna pull back as far as we can without doing one of these funky poses. Reach. Now, if you want, you can speed it up. Or stay nice and steady. I find actually slow and steady ends up turning harder than the fast using momentum. Exhale forward and back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those elbows tucked in, palms at elbow height, squeeze out to the side. And I am letting my chest lead forward just a little, but I'm not arching my back. My hips stay stable, just my chest leading forward. This creates slightly more awareness and engagement in the back of the body. And it's kind of nice for my chest because, you know, when you sit all day like this, like you're typing, a little open is good. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and up. If you've got Pilates balls like I do that are made with sand, go ahead, give them a smash. If you've got dumbbells, be mindful at the bottom and at the top. Exhale it up and down. Using your breath, exhale it up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it down and pulse if you've got the balls. If you've got the dumbbells, I'm going to ask you to take it to the side and just a little pulse. Unless you feel comfortable banging your dumbbells without smashing your fingers. Now the goal here is to stay nice and proud, not leaning back. Exhale, punch it in, punch it in. You can walk, you can add a little dance, you can just stand still because your arms are starting to feel this. Sometimes the little walk distracts as long as you keep the form and the awareness in the right space. Now we're going to take it down and to the side. Down to the side and we pause. Down, pause. Down, pause. Down and pause. Down and pause. Down and pause. Down, pause. 2 more. Last one. Keep it up. Palms up and back. Palms up and back. You can add a little walk, you can heel march, you can do anything else, just palms up and back. Keeping wrists at around shoulder height. Whoop. Making sure we don't fall over. I'm kind of close to my bush here, so 5, 4, 3, 2, guess what? You get to bring those arms down and a very simple bicep curl. Keep those elbows tucked in. If at any point the weight is too much, you can drop the weight and just keep moving at the pace you've got without the extra resistance. Using exhales in 5, 4, 3, 2, and take one weight Actually, no, we are switching to the bands. We're gonna take our loop bands if you've got them, and you can do all the leg exercises without the band if you don't have one. So taking it around your ankles, make sure it doesn't take your pants off. That's a problem sometimes. So we're going to walk and tap it. Walk, tap, step, tap. And I want you to purposely kind of wave your body a little left to right so that your core, your spine, all those little muscles are making sure they bring you back to center. That's a little engagement and awareness without actually contracting, making you go, whoo! Now it's a side step. Just a little side step. We're activating through the glutes, the sides, core for balance and stability. Using exhales, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step it back. Showing side view here. Stepping it back. You can keep the arms low and steady. You can reach a single arm or take both arms for the ride. Straight back. See how all of our warm-up exercises kind of helped prepare our body for these movements? The side taps, the back steps. Well, we're going to do the front steps in just a minute, except instead of pointing the toes, we're going to heel stomp. 4, 3, 2, and heel stomp. Bring it forward. I like to pull my hands back when my heel comes forward, but it's not required. You can just stay here and say, Melanie, my bum's about to fall off. But stay with me just a little longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, and right foot stays, left foot only. Tapping it to the side, step it in and out. Try to keep tension the whole time. Don't bring it all the way in where it's totally relaxed. Keep tension on it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step switch. Just a little step, but keep tension. You can reach arms. Just focus on the leg if your arms are really confused on what to do. 4, 3, 2, and step on the band. Step on the top of the band. Woo! Stepping on the band. Pause for a second. Give your body a chance to go, oh, something is warm now. And in which case, if you're warm, you can take off your sweater. I'm gonna see how I feel. Right foot stays. Left foot is gonna lift up. And we're going to lift it up with a bent knee and a hooked foot. Bring it down. Right, bring it up. Notice I'm not bringing it across. I'm trying to bring it up. So it's a wide-kneed, funky-looking march. I can move my hands in the same direction as the knee, or bringing it in and across. If at any point the band is too much, drop the band. Stay with me a little longer. 4, 3, 2, and release. But don't lose the band. We're just going to take it up into our hands, and I am warm now. So before I sweat and melt away, always make sure you're comfortable. Take your band in between. Going to take your hands inside. Now I'm just going to come in closer for a second. Don't have it on your wrist. Bring it just slightly above. And if you've got any jewelry on, make sure it's not squishing the jewelry. And of course, if you're built anything like me, you got to pull the girls in between. shoulder blades down and back, and it's a little pulse. The movement is not very big. We could do a little Pilates twerk, but we're not. We're taking the shoulder blades down and back. You can add a little hip movement, but I find it distracts from which shoulder really wants to work the hardest. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it up to shoulders, shoulder blades down and back. So sometimes when our arms come up, we do this kind of rounding thing. So before we even get moving, lift up tall, shoulder blades up, and then roll them down and back. Once they're down and back, then we pulse the arms. Just a little arm pulse. Walk it or don't. I'm gonna stay nice and steady here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna bring it down. We're gonna come onto the floor in a moment. Take all your toys off to the side, but keep them close within reach. We're gonna come to the ground, but first I want us to stand nice and wide, soft knees. And just a little bounce and lean. Bounce and lean. Now the bounce and lean can turn into a little bit of a pivot here. And I can add this little back punch, back jab, or not. I can just stay focused on my balance. This is actually great just to get some mobility into the elbows. Get a little bit more kick into the tricep. 4, 3, 2, and let's bring it down to the floor. First, if you've got tender knees, grab a blanket, a towel, knee pad, anything. We're gonna come onto knees first, just the knees. So a little bit of mobility work, but it's also still Pilates, so go figure. Hips forward. Don't arch into your back, don't lean back. Keep your shoulders over the hips, hands to your heart, turning just from the ribs. Don't worry about how fast you're going. Just kind of get a feel for what your range of motion is. Now, if I lean into my hips, I can go further. This is not about how far you can go back. But we're gonna now bring the hands to our head. We're gonna add an extension through the arms. So I'm gonna turn to the left. My right arm reaches forward and my left arm reaches back. And I'll just show you a quick side view here. Using exhale, squeeze back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it in. Now, option 1 and 2 will be without the weights. Option 3 will be with the weights. So I'm just getting mine ready. Right leg comes to the side, and my heel is lined up with that left knee. Hands to my head. This is option 1. Just a little lean. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale and exhale it up. Inhale and exhale, squeeze up. Now option 2 is using the hands with the balls, and you can still just make it small. Option 3 is an extension. Try to get the hand to the ground without leaning forward or back and without getting too close to the knee. Exhale it up. Inhale and exhale. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch sides. Now, I'm going to go straight into the heavier option because I just walked you through it on the first side. So pick the option you're going to choose and stay with it. Inhale and exhale it up. Inhale, exhale, focusing on those obliques. Inhale, exhale. Stay with it a little longer. 4, 3, 2, it down, we're gonna come onto our bum, take the legs out to the side. So again, you've got options of no weights, going for our classical saw, just readjust what's happening with your knees, your hips, checking in, and of course we start off with a little bit of wiggle. I'm all about the wiggles, in case you forgot or don't know. I like wiggles. So, classical saw, let's start with just mobilizing the upper part of our body. Hands come into your chest, elbows out, and just a little turn. It's not a lean and it's not a bend, and you're not doing it with your chin. The whole torso gets a chance from the ribs and up to see what kind of action can take place. Now take the arms out. Option one, it's just a little reach. The other hand that's reaching behind is this internal rotation, tuck down and back. This is another option. Option, next layer, whatever we're at, we can reach. Exhale across. Reach it across and come back. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I know I said I was going to use the balls, but I've decided we need to do our plank challenge. So that just means get yourself into any type of plank, against a wall, on your coffee table, on a desk, on a chair, to support coming into a plank shape. Today I'm going to go on my knees, and I'm going to keep my elbows underneath my shoulders. Now I'm not arching my back, and I'm not rounding my back. I'm trying to stay forward, flat back, and it means I'm actively pushing the floor away. Once I feel okay here, I'm okay. I can tuck the toes and I can lift up. I am not arching the back, keeping the tailbones not pulled forward, but in line. It's my hips that I'm focusing on more than anything. Keeping the hips and shoulders in line as close as I possibly can. I'm adding a little forward and back rock for fun, or a little twist, or a walk. I can even reach, or I can take the legs out. I can tap it out, or I can get back on my knees. Wherever you are, we're trying to stay in a plank position for the duration. Don't forget to breathe, and if you want, you can even try a side plank if this feels better to switch out and move through. Almost there. And we release. Give your legs a little kick, flip, wobble, wiggle. And we're gonna grab our dumbbells, or our dumbbells if you got them, because, you know, or our soup cans of soup. We're gonna take the rolls, not the rolls, the balls, or the weights, back into our hands. Coming down close to the ground with our chin in our face. Roll the shoulder blades back, pull the chin up, but don't jam your neck. Keep your gaze forward. And from here, activate the triceps. Don't squeeze the bum cheeks. And we just tricep press up and back. Keeping the hands close to your hips. Don't flare them out. Trying to relax the glutes. Focusing on, yes, the arms, but they don't really need much focus. It's your belly. You're not trying to relax or push in. Really to connect with your alignment, and just keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'm gonna scoop one arm around so I can come on my back. So coming onto your back, still holding onto your weights if you've got them. Let's start, I'm not going to say simple, but we're going to add some layers as we go up. So right now my knuckles are facing my knees. I'm going to take my left arm down and squeeze it up. Right arm down, and I'm bringing it down almost to the ground. You can't see my one hip because, you know, you're only facing one side. One arm down and back up. And we switch. straightforward enough. Now make sure the ribs are not flaring. Pull the ribs down, pulling the lower back closer to the ground. Now this is where we add the next layer. Bring your legs up into a table. That does not mean your knees are higher than the hips. Knees stay around hip height, give or take. When my right arm comes down, my left leg goes long. And then I switch. Inhale, exhale. One more each side, and then we're going to make it a little bit of a brain teaser. Now, when the right leg comes down, my right arm comes up overhead. So same arm, same leg. Bring it back. Left arm, left leg. So before it was opposites, now it's the same limb, same side. And I'm still checking that my ribs are not flaring up and out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it in. Bring those feet down. Push the heels in, lift the bum up just an inch or two off the ground. Trying not to arch your lower back. Now the knuckles face in towards each other. The palms are facing in. Inhale, exhale, squeezing up. Now, I'm digging my heels and I'm lifting my toes, but that can just be my way of leveling up and exploring how it feels in this smaller muscle groups. But I can also keep my feet down flat. Straight arm flare to the side, chest fly it in. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hips down, and you can still keep the hands facing in towards each other. Just make sure that they're lined up over your shoulders. Legs come back up, and we're just doing a little bug crawl on the wall. And the hands and knees can go in opposite direction of each other or not. Find a way that the bug feels steady. The bug being you. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Take the weights off to the side. If you've got your band, let's grab your little loop band again. And if you don't, just follow the exact same movements that I'm about to do. The band is going to go around my feet. My legs are going to come into not a table, but I'm actually hugging in first, just to give me a little bit of a release on my lower back and to check in, where does my core need to kind of turn on to support stability. Looking up to the sky, left leg only. Kick the left leg, bring it back. Now I'm going to make sure that my right knee doesn't compensate by coming up higher than the hip, so my hand is going to block it. Using exhale. Now I know it's my left leg moving, but I feel like I'm doing more work with my right to keep it stable. How about you guys? 3, 2, and 1. Now I switch. Left knee pushes into my left hand. Right leg pushes out and back. Using exhales. Inhale, exhale. 5, 4, 3, and 2. Bring it in, legs up to the sky, and a little pulse. Pulsing outward. And again, if you don't have a band, you can just pulse the legs. Keep breathing with this little pulse to the side. Keeping my ribs hugging in versus flaring out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and take the band out. Whoop. Bring the knees up into the ribs. Rock a little side to side. Slow down your breath a little bit. We're going to reach up and grab our feet, finding our happy baby pose. You can wiggle, you can rock. Whoop, don't rock too far, because you may fall over, roll over. But get playful here. Get a little range of motion. Woo! And release the feet down. Wave the knees left to right. Nice, steady rhythm. Just a nice little sway. Windshield wipers. And we're going to work our way back up into a seated, because we've still got a few more things to go, so bear with me. We're going to bring the knees in and we're going to rock ourselves into a seated position, but not yet. See if you can round again and roll just to the shoulder blades. This is really about noticing where you're too stiff in your spine, where you don't roll and you just end up kind of going bonk on your back. Please don't do that on purpose like I just did. Rounding back. You can even let go of the legs. If you want to bring your feet down, you can. Do at least 2 more rock and rolls. And come all the way up. Wherever you are, we're walking on the moon. Walking on the bum. Pulling back, pulling back. And then walk it forward. When you walk forward, you might give yourself a wedgie, and if you don't lift up your bum high enough on the way back, you may pull down your pants. 4, 3, and bring it in, and left leg comes behind, right leg in front, coming into a mermaid pose. Since mermaids don't actually have legs, I'm not sure why they call it a mermaid pose. I guess it's supposed to look like a mermaid's tail, but I'm looking at my legs going, no, don't. That's just me. So we're going to rock a little forward and back into our hips, and we're going to add a little activation here in just a second once I get whatever's in my eye out of my eye. Now we're going to take that left leg, hook it up and around, and try and just heel my knee. Just kick it and then scoop it around and back. Don't worry about if you're falling over or leaning over. Let's just get the heel moving. And 2 more. And then last one. Take the leg up to the side. Woo! Nice and tall. Let's do a little rock and sway and dance, stretching it out and through. This is a great chance to actually use your own hands to check in. How are your shins feeling? And I don't mean the bone part, but you know that muscle that goes right down the outside edge of the shin? Maybe even taking the heel of your palm and giving a little massage down that feels kind of tender. Yikes. And 2 more. And next one, stay down and wave it forward as low as you can. And then make your way back up, and we're just going to do a little rock. Bring the legs around. We're switching the order. First, we get to do the little rock forward and back, and then massaging our shin if you want. Or maybe it's the thigh. And then the next one, come down as low as you can and wave it a little forward. Come down low. Ooh, this is definitely my tender side. And then as we come up, we just lean a little to the left so we can hook the right leg behind. Woo! Rock into your hip. Rocking forward and back. And now let's play a little bit of mobility game by trying to bring that right heel to the left knee and scoop it around and forward and around and forward. Last one. And then just drop the foot down, bring your feet together, coming into a cobbler's pose, butterfly pose. Rock a little side to side, massage your bum. Sitting up as tall as you can. I'm going to hold on to my big toes and even parts of my feet so I can create a bit of a resistance between my shoulder blades to get length for my spine. And then wherever you are, give yourself a nice forward fold. Relaxing through the spine, relax the knees. This is not about how close the heels can come to your groin. And let's slowly wave our way back up. Bring the knees all the way up and just give yourself a hug. Round through the shoulders, round through the spine. Left leg long, hug in the right. Give yourself a nice little twist. Pulling up lengthwise through the spine. Coming out of that twist, we switch legs. Hug it in, turn, twist, stay nice and tall. Feel that twist, feel that length. And then come back through center. Just find a comfortable way to sit. You can have your legs in front. For me, it's a cross-legged position. I want us to drop the head, that would be your head, to the right, and just a gentle nod. And then a roll forward and through over to the left, and a little nod here. Not head banging, just that little nod. And then rolling the shoulders up and back, bringing your neck into neutral. Little spiral wave with your spine and anything else that your body feels like it wants to experience, to work out any kinks, any tension, any frustrations. And come all the way up. Reach up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up. You thought we were doing a yoga thing, haha. Palms up, and we circle the hands behind us while the palms still reach to the sky. And let's press palms up, and we let go. Give yourself a little shake. Uncross the legs if you had them crossed, and just wiggle everything. Shake your face, wiggle, wiggle. And take a deep breath, exhale. And voila, that was Pilates and mobility thrown together.